Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome one more time to DeFi Daily. Today, guys, I bring you a second edition of Wonderland Money, and in this case, I'm going to show you my strategy to take the most advantage of the WMEMO token. Yes, I'm going to teach you in this video strategy to earn up to 300% with your WMEMO token, and I'm also going to show you how to use it as collateral to borrow meme, and then use that meme to farm Spell, the governance token of Abracadabra Money, and a token that I think it has a huge potential. I'm going to show you 5 different strategies, so stay until the end to check them all out. And just to let you know, the last strategy is the one that I am personally using. Remember, if you like this type of videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It will take you 1 second, but guys, you make me a huge favor, and also leave your comments and questions. I'll take time to answer. Before jumping into the strategies, please read the disclaimer because this is not financial advice. Okay guys, so first of all, for those of you who haven't checked my previous video around Wonderland Money, to understand how to use this platform, I recommend you to check the video. I'm going to leave the link in the description of this one, and I'm also going to leave it right now here on the top right corner so that you can go and check it out. Because on that video, you're going to be able to learn how to use Wonderland Money. So for those of you who are using it already, well, you know that by staking your time over here, you're earning this incredible 81,900 APY. But the fun doesn't stop here. We can do a lot more with our tokens. And in this case, I'm talking about the WMEMO tokens. So yes, guys, how does this work? For each time that you invest here, that you stake, you're going to receive the same amount of WMEMO. And you're going to get these tokens in your wallet. What are these tokens? These tokens are the proof that you actually stake your money here. So whenever you want to unstake your time, you're going to have to use your WMEMO to take those time out of here. So in this case, for example, as you can see, I have 0.0472 WMEMO that if I unstake, I would get the same amount of time. That's how it works. So like I said, guys, instead of having this WMEMO in our wallet without generating any type of profit, we can actually make them work for us, make them generate us an additional yield. So how does this work? Well, I'm going to show you 5 really cool strategies so that you can actually leverage them yourself. The first couple strategies are very simple, but they're a little bit more risky because the platforms maybe are not that well known. So there's always the risk of a hack, a rug pull, or simply the project not working as expected. I'm going to start with the one that I believe it's more risky, but right now is offering the highest yield. And that one is called Ice Flake Finance. And this, guys, it's a traditional, farm project that we have available in the Avalanche ecosystem. And right now here on this pool, they are paying you 147 APR on your WMEMO, which, it's absolutely nuts. Obviously, guys, the more money that people stake into this farm, the lower the APR is going to become. So be very careful because it has a withdrawal fee of 4%. So you need to be sure that you're going to be able to get your return back. So right now, you would have to wait 7 days to get that 2.85% ROI. So let's say 10 to 11 days to get back your 4%. So I would only enter into this farm if I was going to stay here for more than, 20 days, 30 days, if you're planning to keep your memo here for long term. You're going to be earning Flake, which is the native token of Ice Flake. And my recommendation, guys, because, this type of farm tokens tend to go to zero with time, I would harvest the benefits every single day. And I would exchange them for, stable coin, Bitcoin, the token that you want to get benefits on, right? So that's super easy, guys. Stake your memo, harvest your flake, sell your flakes, and that's how you can earn some benefit. The next option is Trick or Treat, guys. This option, I would say it's a little bit less risky because the deposit fee is only 2.9%. So it will take you less to get this 3%, let's say, back. It's the same mechanisms. It's a farm project. Very, very simple. You would stake your wrap memo over here and you would be earning 59.60%, which is 1.15 every week, which is not bad at all. Again, I would recommend only entering to this project if you're planning to stay here for a month or so and you want to keep your WMEMO there. But again, all the tricks that you earn, so this is the native token of the Trick or Treat farm. I would be very cautious because I said usually this type of token price tends to go to zero. So you should sell it in the moment you harvest and then cash your benefits into another coin that it's more stable like AVAX or Bitcoin or meme or whatever you want to use. The next option, guys, is Singular. So Singular, it's, this is quite a big project, to be honest. These guys have Singular across multiple chains. I think they're available in Polygon. I think they're available as well in Fantom. They definitely have a project in Binance, and they are usually forks of the larger stake. So in Binance, I think they're a fork of PancakeSwap, and in Fantom, they are a Goose fork. But well, I mean, this project is quite big. They have, like I said, the project available across multiple chains. And in this case, the APY that they are paying is 11%, and the deposit fee is only 2%. So you need to make an analysis and decide in which of these platforms you would like to invest. The next option that I want to present is YieldWolf Finance, and I want to present this one because of different reasons. The first one is that I think it's a project that it's quite solid. I mean, they have a Paladin audit, which is a very large blockchain security firm that has audited some very large projects like, Polycat in the Polygon ecosystem. That was a very, very relevant, a very important, and one of the first Polygon farm projects. And here, what I really like is the fact that you do Autocompound. So this is different than Singular or Trick or Treat. In this case, like I said, you're going to get paid on the native token of each of these protocols, and you will need every single day to take the money, right? Harvest the benefits, and then I would recommend to sell them and take profits. But in the case of YieldWolf Finance, this is an auto-compounder, so it's a yield aggregator. And in this case, what happens is that all the benefits that you earn, for example, in IceFlick. So basically, what YieldWolf is doing is they're taking your MIMO, they are staking them on IceFlick, so in this same pool. And every time that you earn benefits in IceFlick, what YieldWolf will do is they will take those tokens, they will exchange them to MIMO, and then they will reinvest them over here. So at the end, what they're doing is an auto-compounding strategy, and you don't need to invest your own time to actually sell the token, cash the profits, and reinvest them on MIMO. So you will have your MIMO growing and growing and growing. I think from all these 4 strategies that I just presented, if I would have to choose one, I would definitely use YieldWolf, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be increasing your MIMO amount. But again, you have the withdrawal fee that is part of the IceFlick cost. So you need to be very careful. Right now, the daily APY is 0.35%. So technically, in 10 days, 12 days, you should be already in profits. But yeah, I mean, it's only profitable if you're planning to stay here for at least a month, 2 months. Otherwise, I don't think this is a good option. But anyway, guys, I haven't invested in any of these projects because my personal strategy doesn't really fit with what these projects are offering. But if you want something simple, something easy, take your MIMO, invest them here, wait for a month, 2 months, your amount of MIMO will increase, and then you can go back to Wonderland and you can unstake, and you will be earning those time in exchange. Nevertheless, guys, please remember that this is not financial advice, and you should do your own research before investing. What is my personal strategy? My personal strategy right now with the WMEMO is to actually use them in Abracadabra Money. And how am I using them? I'm using them on the borrow functionality. So with this borrow functionality, it's super cool because you're going to actually be able to use MIMO as collateral. I already created a video on the Fantom ecosystem where I taught how to use, in that case was Fantom tokens as a collateral to borrow MIM in the Fantom ecosystem. And this is basically the same, but what we're using is we're using MIMO as the collateral. So it's super easy, guys. You will see that my balance is 0 because they are right now MIMO. So you need to wrap them. So you would go here to the wrap functionality. You would click here. You would wrap. As you can see, it's not a one-to-one. So the WMEMO has a higher value than the MIMO. So that's why you're earning less. You would confirm the transaction. I recommend you to refresh the page in case you don't see your WMEMO. But once you got them in your wallet, you will be able to click the button max. And this is going to be basically the collateral that you're providing. So you're going to actually borrow MIM. So we're going to be borrowing a stable coin. And there's different options in the way that we can borrow MIM. The first option is to borrow without leverage. And it's very easy, guys. You would select here the amount, and you can select, for example, 25% of your collateral, 50% of your collateral, or 70% of your collateral, or you could actually select a custom amount. As you can see, the more we borrow, the higher the risk. Why? Well, the more we borrow, if the price of MIMO, the price of your collateral, goes down, then you're at risk of getting liquidated. If we borrow 70%, our health is 7%. This means that if the price of our collateral falls down 7%, we would be getting liquidated. That's why I always recommend to use something around 50 or below 50. I actually use usually 40. And with a 40%, what you will get is a position health of 47%. What does this mean? It means that Right now, the expected liquidation price would be 60,000. So right now, the price of 1 WMEMO is 114,000, and it would need to fall to 60,000 in order for your position to get liquidated. So is that almost 50%, which of course it can happen. There is always the risk, but it wouldn't be that easy for the price of MEMO to actually drop a 50%. And once you select the amount of MEM that you want to borrow, in this case, for example, it would be 85 MEM, you would just click here on add collateral and borrow, and then you would have to confirm the transaction. In this case, it is saying that this lending market has reached its MEM borrowable limit. Please wait for the next MEM replenishment. So if you see this menu, right now it says that the MEM left to borrow are 0. I'm going to leave you a very cool resource. It's called MEM Replenishes, and it actually shows you or sends a tweet in the moment that there is going to be MEM available to be minted on Avalanche. So in the moment that you see this tweet, go very quickly to Abracadabra and take some MEM. The last option is to use leverage, and you could click here on change leverage, but I recommend that you are very careful, because if you use leverage, then the risk is going to be higher and your position can get liquidated easily. And for the strategy that I am going to show you today, the leverage option doesn't work because you wouldn't get the MEM in your wallet. So for the strategy that I used without leverage, in the moment that you finalize this transaction, for example at 50%, you would be getting 100 MEM in your wallet. And what are we going to do with those MEM? Once you get them in your wallet, what we're going to do is we're going to use the farm functionality of Abracadabra Money. Why? Because what we want to do is we're going to use our MEM to farm spell. And as you can see, I'm already here farming some spell. I have in this Avalanche wallet about $848, but I am also farming spell in Fantom ecosystem. So you can do it in Fantom, you can do it here. Very cool. How you would do it, you would click here on LP. You would go to Curve Finance, and in Curve Finance we're going to be in this factory, the 3-pool V2. So here's where you can actually deposit your tokens. You would deposit your MEM, you would click on max. In this case I don't have MEM in my wallet, but I mean it's the same, I could do it with USDCs. You would click on deposit, and then you would confirm the transaction on your MetaMask. Once you deposit, you're going to get an LP token in exchange, and this is the LP token that we're going to be using here. So you would click stake. You would actually have here in your balance some tokens of the 3-pool V2 LP token, and you would click on stake, and then you're going to be able to start farming spell. This is my strategy, guys. It's really cool. Why? I'm going to be using stablecoin to farm at a 15% ROI, so there's no risk of impermanent loss, like nothing at all. You're actually earning this very good yield, which, like I said, to me, any yield above 10% for stable coins, it's, you know, way more than what a bank would pay you, and it's very liquid. At any moment, we could, you know, take it away from this pool, we could cash it out, and then we can use it to buy Bitcoin or whatever. But the best thing is that we are farming a token that, in my opinion, has a lot of potential. And this token is Spell. Spell is the governance token of Abracadabra Money. So it's the most important token, right, of this ecosystem that Daniel Sesta and his team created. Right now, the price is actually quite cheap. It's around 10-12 cents. It actually hit like 0.40 cents a month ago. And I think it has a lot of potential in the long term. So, you know, I'm just sitting here, putting my stable coins to work. I'm looking at this long term. Actually, in Fantom, I have a big considerable amount of my stable coins, just farming 15-16% ROI annually, generating spell. Hopefully in the future this will appreciate in value. So this is my strategy, guys. This last option that I show you, in my opinion, is the safest and still a very good ROI. Check it out. And with that, we actually reached the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked all these strategies. You know, if you're a fan of this type of videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you hit the like button, make sure that you leave a comment and questions, because I'm gonna take my time to answer each and every of them. Remember, this is not financial advice, so be very careful when you invest in cryptocurrencies. Said this, thank you very much for watching the video until the end, and I'll see you on the next video of DeFi Daily. Bye-bye.